everybody, my name is Todd Bright. Welcome to All in Gestures feedback session. We call this Redline Live, and we go over our members' drawings who submit their drawings from our previous session, which is on Saturdays. And yeah, so there you go. We got a pile of drawings to go through tonight. Last week we did Ichabod Crane. I don't know if you can see this drawing. That was really fun. We're joining in on the December drawing challenge prompts. And yeah, so it's been fun. And we have another prompt coming up this weekend to go along with that too. So it'll be fun, and we'll announce that at the end of the class, just because I want to. What's going on here? Who's in the chat? We got some folks over there on YouTube and Instagram, and welcome. Although we're going through member drawings today, you guys can always throw out some Q&A. We have Mr. Matt in my ears, and he's going to be reading the chats to see if there's any questions. So if you have questions about drawing or animation or anything like that, or obviously what we're doing tonight with some of our artists' work, yeah, whatever you want to talk about. So we're here, and we're going to draw like crazy. Let's see, little commercial here. Yeah. Just to let you guys know, I released a new little product. It's a basics tutorial. You could find that if you go to my bio and check that out. And yeah, it's about a 20 to 25 minute video on the what, where, how and why or whatever of gesture drawing, but it also includes one of our all in gesture workshops that we did recently, so you can practice with. Go check it out. Word up. All right, who's here? RW's here. Mr. Matt's here. And over here in our member chat. And we have some drawings to go over. So without further ado, let's get into it. First up is going to be Miss Lori. We had some fun. Michael was our model, was our Ichabod Crane. So Michael was it. He did great. And that was sometimes our models defy gravity and are able to, whoa, what's up with that? Hang on one second. Hover above the chair line there. So I thought Michael did a pretty good pose for us to do like a seated vibe. And so again, this is one of our members' drawings. Miss Lori, she's actually been with us for almost 5 years. What? Crazy. And I think Lori, I think you've been with us 5 years. So, Lori, I think you did good. I think you went a little bit with what Michael was doing. Gosh, I don't think my drawing's in here. Where is it at? Let's see here. Well, I'm just going to mess with it. I feel like we can push it a little bit further, like we talked about in the class a little bit, like really pushing. We talked, and I just put a video out there this week, a little of that, actually that class clip. Let me just draw right over it. Really finding the leading edge of your action. In this case, it says rear end, going in to sit down. And when you could find, and this is an thing I learned in animation, like for example, if you can see my little camera over here, if you have a turn and you're doing like this big arm motion, like the leading action leading edge or part might be the shoulder, and then the elbow, and then everything else follows, right? So in this case, he's going to go sit down, but he's going to lead with his rear end because that's the first thing that's going to hit the seat there. So I almost want to make sure I'm focusing on that leading thing, because in gesture drawing, you know, we're so focusing on performance, right, and pushing poses. It's kind of like a good tool to really think about, like, okay, what's the leading edge of this action? And then that might be the thing that you push in your drawing to get that extra movement or exaggeration, right? And with drawings, if you're just copying the model, it could be, it might be a nice drawing of a model, but it'll feel a little stiff or a little realistic. And is that bad? No, it's not always a bad thing. But we're talking about these pushing performance and pushing story. Uh, this you want to exaggerate. Okay. Let's see. I don't have the pose up in front of me, but I remember he had that really great um, jacket pull that he did. Let's see what you did here. Yeah, so that looks all good. But all that to say, make it, if you push his butt back, it's going to give that tension of he's about to sit. Because if he doesn't, if there's not a chair there, he's going to fall over, right? So anyway, and I arched the back too, just to kind of get him going. But yeah, just pushing a little bit. But I could tell you had some fun this week, so really, really cool. Let's see, this one, this was a pose. I didn't see this angle because I drew the other angle. And for those of you who haven't gone in our class yet, we have 2 cameras on our models to help a little bit. And also to kind of give that thing. I like what you did here, Lori. But I feel like, again, I didn't see the camera. But there is something I want to do here to try to push this idea. I remember the pose was he was laying his jacket down on a puddle, so the damsel, you know, could walk across the puddle. And I almost want to push maybe this arm down, because the main idea is that jacket, right? And I think there's a lot of ways you can go if it's right in front of him like this. I almost want to push that leg out. I like your face and his happy little smile and stuff. And I like that foreshortening with that back arm. That looks really nice. But I almost want to free that silhouette of his arm. Does that make sense? Since I feel like it's getting a little bit buried here with this angle. It's almost like he's resting his hand on his knee. And I want to cheat it a little bit with the drawing I want to cheat that silhouette is what I'm trying to say. Okay. And yeah, that's all. Last week we were talking about silhouettes too, right? So, but yeah, man. What's really fun about going through these drawing challenges that they do, like um, Amanda McFarlane and Lauren Barger, and Whitney Paulette, they're hosting this For Fun challenge this month. But what's fun is looking at all the other artists' submissions and just looking at the amazing storytelling and the gags, you know, that they come up with for, like, in Ichabod Crane, for example, you know. So it's all about that storytelling and that idea, right? And so we want to do anything we can to make that clear, even with a kind of this is kind of a tough angle to sell this idea, in my opinion. But yeah, there you go. Cool. Alrighty, let's move on. He has that little hat. Somebody said it looked like a Dorito. Okay, cool. That is all. Moving on. This was pretty good. He's eating his turkey leg, chowing down. Very nice. Yeah, that leg thing was really interesting. You kind of had his legs a little tighter, but that's okay, I think. But yeah, really nice, Lori. I like that one. Um, yeah, moving on. RW. Here we go. Let's see here. There's another turkey leg one. Let's see here. Hang on, guys. I'm doing a quick tech thing here. Quick tech. Let's see here. Hang on 1 second, guys. There we go. I want to find this pose. I know mine's right behind me. There it is. But several from the other angle, and I feel like it's got to be a little bit similar to ours. But okay, here we go. All right, I found it. So for those of you at home, I'm going to put that angle right on there. There it is. There's our model. There's 2 angles here. And really interesting leg scenario here with this thing. And RW, and so we have several things going on in the house tonight. You probably hear a bunch of screaming in the background. My wife's a vocal coach, and she has a client over. And so there's probably been singing and weird noises, and now they're all freaking out and having a good time. It's a teaching kind of night here at the Bright household, that's for sure. Okay, so what do we got here? Yes, I think he was. So Matt asked me, or somebody asked me, was that your question, Matt? Oh, okay. Was this pose in the cartoon itself? And I don't know if this specific pose was, but I know he was sitting in a chair kind of off of a table, chowing down. So I don't know if this exact pose was going on or what. Yeah, he had definitely done his research. He did really well. All right, so Matt, you can take a guess, and also anybody else in the chat. This weekend, again, all month of December, we're joining in with the prompts for the Disney challenge thing, and one of the prompts coming up is called henchman. Okay, and so I picked a henchman today, and we're gonna do this henchman uh, as our theme this coming Saturday. So if anybody would like to take a guess and put it in the chat. I don't care if you're on YouTube or Instagram. Henchman. Think Disney henchman. Famous henchman. I had to actually Google it myself, and I was like, oh, that's the one. So, anyway. That's right. Let's let the searches begin. Okay, so folks, here we go. So the proportions got a little bit large head kind of thing going on. The thing about Ichabod, his head is pretty tiny. He's just really lanky and stuff. So I think we could adjust the size of his noggin. A few things I wanted to do. What's nice about our second camera angle is in our class, just like in a regular figure drawing session, you can get up and walk around the model. So that's why I chose to have 2 camera angles during our Saturday session, so you can get the different things if something's kind of hidden and out of sight. So in your drawing, RW, I wanted to point that out because if we look at what our model is doing, the front leg, it's the model's right leg is the one that's actually in front on that angle. And in the second angle here, let's see if it was on Instagram or not, but the second angle, it almost looks like his left leg is in front, but it's not. Okay, it's actually still his right leg. Right? Am I looking at that right? Or am I losing my mind? Yeah. So that's why it's good to check that angle and make sure it's like, okay, what's happening behind that cloth? And it could happen with, somebody has a big dress on or a cloak or some kind of whatever. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to make a quick adjustment here. Just a quickie here. So his left leg is the one that's straighter. And then the right leg is the one that's coming from behind in this angle and crossing over. It's a little crazy. Oh, I think I went too hard on that leg coming out there. I'm going to adjust. Yeah, Matt said it was quite the contortion, and I have to agree. Do we have any guesses? Oh, we have a thought there. The second picture looks like more natural. The first one looks like he's desperate to go to the bathroom. I agree. It's interesting, and I'm gonna put this back on the screen here. Yeah, it looks like he's the one in the this, we call that the side camera in our class. This one, he's whatchamacallit, so much more straight up and down. And this one, there's so much more flow. It's almost hard to believe that's the same pose, you know? Yeah, so I agree. And that was R2 drawing. Yeah. All right, so anyway, let's do this thing. All right, so he's eating his, in this case, we're going to make it a turkey leg. Yeah, that's a microphone. We didn't have a turkey leg, so we had a microphone sitting around. We make do it all in gesture. Come on, man. This is what we do. Okay, so anyway, I think spent enough time here. RW, sorry, but kind of took that one a little slow, a lot of explanations and things, but stuff to look for. Check that, you know, all the time we talk about drawing through a drawing, drawing on what's on the other side of a dress or things like that. And that's an exercise to really help you think in 3 dimensions. It's not just for the sake of, for fun. It's like the purpose is to train us a little bit better to think in those 3-dimensional forms so we can draw from any angle, right? Cool. All right. Moving on. Oh, I forgot to do my little move to the side thingy. Move it to the side. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, let's see here. Where's Lori's? There it is. I want to move. Sorry, guys. I have a little pet peeve, or a little thing I like to do. Being obsessive here about it. Sorry. I like to decorate our board here with all the drawings. There we go. Moving it over. There it is. And then we're going to move on to another drawing. All right, so we have 1 vote Kronk of our theme, our henchman theme this coming weekend for All in Gesture. Any other guesses there in the chat? It's going to be a Disney henchman. So we have 1 vote Kronk. Come on, votes. All right, this is pretty good RW. It's got a good balance there. He's singing in the rain. He's got his umbrella. Very nice. Let's see here. Yeah, looks pretty good. Yeah, okay, moving on. And this one, I think he was laughing. Is that what was happening? Let's see here. Or is he scared? Oh, he was laughing. That's right. He was laughing. Yeah, this is the part where Ichabod was completely terrified, and the uh, turns out it was just the wind, basically, that kind of a thing. But then the horseman comes out. Um, I, I'm pretty good here. I'm just gonna do a little structural stuff. Okay. So with this one, let's see here. There we go. All right. After this drawing, I'll see. I'll tell you who the henchman is. So he got a little bit compressed there in the torso. I almost wanted to. Um, I feel like you went with his torso. You went straight up, okay, and in this instance, I almost want to choose one way or the other. You know, like do I bow him back, like ha 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 ha, or forward like he's crumpled in a ball. You know, I feel like chest out always gives a little bit more of a feeling of confidence. You know, so maybe he's very confident in his laugh. You know, um, let's see here. I'll keep your same thing there, but I just wanted to. There we go. All right. I don't know if you guys can hear any sound effects in the background, but we have a voice lesson going on. Maybe my microphone's not picking it up. That'd be good. All right, so just again pushing that chest back. Let me do a little forward and back there. Um, I think one way or the other, it gives it a little bit more direction and a little bit more structure as well. Just giving that a little bit more of that arc of the back there. And obviously, if I were to draw the rib cage, it would be something like there. Oh, he did? Okay. Oh, gotcha. He was saying that Michael actually had his leg up a little bit. That's okay. All right. All that to say, use that chest. You know, like make a decision is kind of the note. Okay, moving on. Thank you, RW. Okay. Gonna move that over. Okay, no sound in the background. Very good. All right. So anyway, welcome those of you on Instagram. I see you over there. If you guys have any Q&A tonight, just let us know. We're going over our members' drawings. You're welcome. Sorry, that was a little long-winded, RW. Thank you for hanging in there. Okay, Mr. Corey. All right, what's going on here? Here we go. Okay. Let's see here. Gonna lighten these up a little bit. Okay, looking through, trying to find these poses here. What was he doing in this pose? Is he reading? Or is he scared? Sorry guys for the dead air here. Trying to find the references here. Oh, okay, I got you. This is the one where he was scared. All right, so. Okay, so I could see what you did with the exaggeration of you had him pushing forward a little bit. So just for you guys know at home, our model this week was Ichabod Crane, and this was the section of the class where he was doing like being terrified poses. So this one, I almost want to strike that pose because when I think about he's doing like this terrified thing, um, shoulders are up, right? And I feel like the shoulders here are dropped, and it kind of loses that urgency a little bit here. So I don't mind the bend forward that you did, and I can see why you did it. Yeah, I want to do something different. When I'm thinking about terrified, even though the model might be doing something, when I think about being terrified or scared, I almost want to shrink back rather than lean into the thing I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Like, and I wonder if going that direction rather than forward might be the way to go here. It's just one of those things. We talk a lot about, we're the actors, right? And really feeling that pose, feeling that emotion. In this case, it's a pretty clear emotion. And what would the body do? And really getting into that pose. I liked how you got his knock knees there. That was good. I think I spaced mine out maybe too much, but let me try to do that. Let's see. And it's almost when the face is part buried by the arm. It's kind of like it gives you that kind of feeling. The eyes peeking over. Shoulders up is kind of like it's a protective thing. Like when you're that terrified, your body goes into protection mode, right? So your shoulders are up, your arms are, you know. So it's like really thinking about all that stuff, and that's what we're doing, right? We're observing all these things and trying to figure this stuff out. And so it just takes practice. Okay, but yeah, that's basically it, I think. That big poofy jacket. We're definitely gonna get more use out of that jacket in class, man. I'll tell you that much. It's a good one. So yeah, just like shrinking back, shoulders up, a little bit more of that vibe. Cool? All right, moving on. Moving on. Okay. And let's see here. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna lighten this up. This one looks like he's bowing, I think. Might be a bowing pose. Like at the dance, maybe. Yeah, I think so. All right, so a bowing pose, maybe. He did a couple. Yeah, I think it's like a bowing. He did a couple bowing poses, um, and I think with these drawings, sometimes these poses go by really fast, and sometimes we slow down um, in the workshops and things. And so I can't really tell which moment this was, but I feel like it's a bowing at a dance kind of moment. Uh, let's see here. I could be wrong. But when we do these things, it's like uh, really getting into that moment, just kind of what we were just talking about, and being like, okay, what is the model thinking? What are they doing? You know, what is Ichabod thinking? What is he doing? Uh, and maybe change it up too with like what the model's doing. Maybe the hat is all the way down. He has his like colonial hat, for those of you who haven't seen Ichabod Crane or anything. And let's see, just kind of changing things a little bit. Yeah, so I'm just kind of pushing it around a little bit, but it's really getting into that moment. And again, you could do this at home, and this goes for all of us, right? Getting up and striking that pose and see what that feels like, okay? And if you want to change the legs and bend the legs and do different things, like give it a quick try. Just how does that feel? Because what I like is you're looking for solutions, and that's what we do, like all day, right? Like we're drawing and thinking of solutions for our story problems, right? So, but try it on. Like get up, try it on. And I think that kind of puts you in the driver's seat a little bit, just like the actors. But anyway, that's all. All right, cool, man. Moving on. Thank you for submitting your work. Get that out of the way. Here we go. Okay, and I think we have one more, Mr. Scott. Here we go. Okay, Mr. Scott. So I really like this one on the right, Scott. Really solid. I don't know, just really nice flow in there. I think maybe we could free up that hand a little bit that's coming at us, or simplify it a little bit. That's just me being nitpicky. Like I might free the silhouette up just a little bit. I like the angles you have in the hips. I love this back leg there, that twist. I thought Michael, the model, was doing a great job at all these feet twists and crazy stuff. I was like, wow, he's getting a lot of character, out of his feet. Really cool. But I might just bend that wrist more and just break it, not in a horrible way, but like just break that down instead of it maybe straight at us, uh, and simplify those fingers. I'll probably just bring them together. That's supposed to be a thumb. And all right, so Scott, Mr. Matt is in my ear saying, he's like, well, he's defending you. He's saying he's saying that um, the model's hand was actually straight on, and you did actually bring it out. So well done. But I'm gonna move it more anyway. So yeah, anyway, all that to say. So very good, but maybe to simplify that hand, you know, even hand silhouettes, you know, like figuring out instead of like the starfish hand, maybe bringing some fingers together and trying different things. Like you see Mickey Mouse drawings like that all the time, right? And it does, it creates a nice simple statement. So, anywho, that's all. Cool, brother. Beautiful stuff. Starfish. Jazz hands. All right. And this guy here, Mr. Dude, move him over a little bit. Shrink him down. Guess he's drawing or writing or reading. The only thing I would say, I'd have to look at the model pose. Matter of fact, maybe I will. Hang in there, guys. This will be our last note for the night. I guess he was looking at a book or something. So Matt's in my ear. We got to get Matt like his voice in our Wednesday nights here. But he goes, well, the model is actually kind of defying gravity, kind of like a Michael Jackson Smooth Criminal video. So the second angle is a little wacky on the camera, I have to say. So Scott did exactly what the model was doing. That hip was, so Scott's really good about drawing through. Really, his drawings are very solid. You know, a lot of great structure and dynamicism. Is that a word? Or am I making up words again? Is it? That's a word? It's dynamicism. Anyway, I think you got all the leg right. I'm trying to decipher it over here. But I feel like this angle and this angle are kind of flattening out the drawing a little bit, even though, gosh, that's exactly what our Mr. Michael was doing. I think maybe if you added a little twist, that might lessen the angle a little bit. It might not feel as flat. That's a tough one, man, because this was the side angle camera, and I didn't obviously draw that angle. But you got to wrestle with it. That's awesome. And I might bring out, again, a silhouette, right? I might just bring that book out away from his face a little bit. Again, I know the model wasn't doing that, but you know how I feel about that. So, your drawing is way prettier than mine. But I think, yeah, Michael did some crazy feet stuff in this one too. This leg was actually crossing over, and this, yeah, like one of our comments in the Instagram, it was basically, it looks like he has to go potty. I think this is another one of those cross leg contortion things. But what was fun about what Michael was doing was he was getting this great attitude and awkwardness of Ichabod, and it was really, really cool. So, anywho, I'll quit scribbling on your drawing, Scott. Really nice, dude. Okay, we got a question. Oh, we're all staying up late to find out who the henchman is. Sorry. I got a question in the chat. Eh, Oh, RW didn't give a guess. Only one guess. Wow. Come on, guys. All right. Well, I'm going to tell you, Matt was correct. It is Kronk from Emperor's New Groove. Yeah. And one of our models, Jonathan, is returning. He hasn't been with us for a long time, so he's gonna come, and it's gonna be a silly, crazy costume because it's gonna have like a muscle shirt and everything. It's gonna be ridiculous, and it'll be fun. So if you want to come and draw a very non-serious theme this week, please click the link in my bio and come and join us, and it'll be fun. We have some guests this weekend who have already signed up, and I think we have one or two new members this week. So anyway, thank you for joining us and getting in there, and thanks for... Ooh, we got a comment. Watercolor. Oh, watercolor by Charu. I love your tutorial. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. Yeah, that was a new thing. I'd always wanted to put together the basics in a little tutorial, and um, I think it can be helpful to get those things down. So thank you for saying that. Um, yeah, and we're going to be doing it, whatchamacallit, an intermediate and an advanced tutorial, covering a lot of more stuff. But yeah, other than that, the best way to learn, in my opinion, is just to jump in the mud and be consistent, just like working out or eating good food, yeah. And but yeah, if you want to get in shape, you got to draw, you got to work out, right? You got to run, you got to walk, you got to do your thing. And drawing is the same way. And to me, I've been in animation and concept design for a long time, and when I'm not drawing, when I'm not going, at least going out and drawing, never mind me trying to get you to come to my class, get your sketchbook and go out and draw. When I find when I'm not doing that practice, I get rusty, and and even when I'm just so focused on just project work, I feel like the way to unlock the blockage that could come from just doing project work, go out and draw people, go out and observe life, go draw animals, go to the zoo, whatever. But anyway, all that to say, I'm ranting. You guys have a great night. Oh, we have a question. Ooh, Mo Comic Art had a great question. Um, let's see here. Oh, and we have something on YouTube too. Um, how do you stay loose and not stiff uh, while you draw people in public? Practice. I'll be honest with you. Um, and that's a really fast and lame answer, probably. But like doing it over and over, doing a lot. I will say what broke me free from being timid, going out and drawing in public. When I was first learning, I had a Disney Animator looking at my work. He was a buddy of mine, and he was like, "Oh, you must draw with a pen. Draw with a pen, instead of the pencil." And the pen, not a Bic pen, like one of those, I don't know what you call that. It's like a felt tip. I don't know, not felt tip. Anyway, uh, like just a good old ink pen or a Sharpie, okay? It forces you to think. It forces you to put a line down because there's nowhere to hide, right? And after a while, putting those lines down in ink, you start to build confidence. And I'll tell you what, right now, because of all that, I love drawing in pen. Like when I go out and sketch in public, I always use a pen. I love it. I prefer it over pencil. Um, but that did break me of being timid, okay? And the pen, it flows really good, and you get that line down really fast. Again, your brain is being programmed to make decisions before you, um, yeah, it's like looking before you leap. So draw with a pen. And any other practical thoughts? Let me see. Yeah, use your whole arm. and your wrist. Okay, don't try not to write it. You're not writing, right? Being careful, like loosen up. Okay, but yeah, that's all. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Well, thanks for the recommendation. Yeah, get out there and come draw with us. Yes. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the December themes are gonna be great. So, oh, micron tip. Yeah, that's a good one. Robert says I draw digitally. Well, that's good. That's the same thing. Drawing digitally is, I would say if you like, I'm assuming that's like an iPad or something. Um, that forces you to make a quick line too. You know, I know we have pressure sensitivity, but drawing with a pencil, to me, if you're not confident yet, um, that gives you a lot of places to hide. You can be super light, you know. Not that you have to draw thick and heavy. I'm just talking about confident and, you know, really getting that line down. So, but yeah, but to me, the biggest thing is consistency. Okay, it takes time. Like my son tonight, he's learning how to uh, shuffle a deck of cards, you know. And so, for any of you who have learned how to shuffle a deck of cards, the first day is a little chunky, right? So you got to do it over and over again. And someday you'll be as good as my wife, who's she should work in Vegas or something. It's amazing. Anyway, uh, oh, here we go. We got some good tips coming in too. And also the angle of the paper, for example, flat versus at an angle. Yes, definitely. That is a huge one. That's a great tip too. Um, I would say that no matter what, you should not draw flat on a table. Okay, you should prop it up on your knee or on a table, so the surface of the paper, okay, is at the same angle as your eyes. Other than that, if you draw like this, your drawing is gonna, when you pick it up, it's gonna look distorted. Okay, did you ever do those? Go to those like an art festival, and they have those chalk drawings that are like 50 feet long, but when you look in the right exact spot, it looks perfect. It's like that crazy forced perspective trick, eye trick. It's the same thing if you draw at the wrong angle. Your drawing will look distorted. So, very good drawing tip. Who was that? That was good. Mr. James. James Jiu-Jitsu. Nice. Oh, Jitsu, not Jiu-Jitsu. Although Jiu-Jitsu does sound tough. All right, cool. You guys? Okay, there was a question about do I have a, a video about drawing with ink pen. You can go on my YouTube channel. There's a few things I did a long time ago. Um, they're called The Bright Side. I call it Drawing in the Wild these days. And there's some quick little videos. I'm drawing in the pen there, but it's nothing really magical about drawing with a pen versus pencil. It's just what it does for you and helps you to develop, you know. Plus, it's just fun, man. I don't know what it is, but I wish I had my pen that I like to use. I don't have it in front of me, but it's called the Pentel Hybrid Technica, and I like the .05, or maybe it's not point, maybe it's just 0.5. That seems to be a good one. But oh, thanks. I see you over there, Ren D4R in YouTube. Thank you so much. And Kalawana. I don't know how to pronounce some of these YouTube handles, but I really appreciate you guys hanging in there tonight. Um, yeah, and I thought we were going to finish early because I ran out of drawings, but your guys' questions, this is great. This is why we're doing this. This is why we're here. I almost want to draw more things, but I got nothing left. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Vic Davalia, I see you over there on Instagram. Vic is an awesome cartoonist. You should click on his name right now and follow that guy. He's awesome. Mr. Vic. Chroma sketch. Awesome. Oh, good. So Mr. Matt just told me that somebody joined our Discord channel. And if you go to the link in my bio, you're going to see how to become a member of All in Gesture. You're going to see the tutorial. And you're also going to see a Discord community that you can join, which is our All in Gesture Discord. It's free. And that's where all the artists who are in our workshop go, and they post their drawings, and we encourage each other and chat. There's a few other resources and things there. And yeah, so please jump in. There's a lot of cool artists. And I mentioned this last week, but one of the things I didn't see coming when I started this workshop, our Saturday workshop 5 years ago, was the community of artists that came along with that activity, And some of the members have been there for the last 5 years when we started, including Mr. Matt, who's in my ear right now. And but we've had some long-term folks that come in for a while, and then they leave, and then they come back. And some people just do the recordings because they live like on the other side of the planet from me or something. And so yeah, it's recorded every week. And if you become a member, it's 250 plus workshops that you can access and go through and whatever, get some poses. But yeah, but again, our Discord community is completely free, and get in there and look at some cool art. Yeah, and be encouraged. Come on, we need each other. Yeah. All right, that's it. Cool. Yeah, get in there, James. Awesome. That's great. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you hanging in there with me tonight. This is fun. I love the questions. That's good stuff. And yeah, we do this every Wednesday night. So we will see you next Wednesday, or jump in and draw some really crazy costume that we have this this Saturday. I can't. It's coming, Matt. It's coming in Friday, so I'll have to let you know. It's going to be a very funny Kronk. It should be good. And Jonathan, just to rave on Jonathan. He's a great model and actor, and I'm excited to have him back. I think he's going to ham it up. It's going to be a fun session. I look forward to it. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you, and we'll talk to you next Wednesday or Saturday. Get it? Get out and draw. Talk to you soon.